Humans have adapted to the most extreme environments on Earth over thousands of generations. And then there's you. Me? And your only adaptation is this pudgy tubby. Let's see how you compare against real superhumans from extreme environments. Number 7. Superhumans of the Deep Sea. First, we're heading to the islands of Southeast Asia. And remember, the deep sea is very dangerous for regular people like you. Let's see how long you last. The moment your face hits the cold water, your diving reflex kicks in. Your heart rate slows by up to 25% to save energy. Your blood vessels constrict, redirecting blood to vital organs, and your spleen acts as a biological scuba tank, pumping extra oxygen-rich blood cells into your bloodstream. But despite all these amazing adaptations, you're dead. 2 minutes. Not bad, but not even close to the superhumans of the sea, the Superpowers people, who are the closest we have to Aquaman. They live a hunter-gatherer lifestyle and have been reported to be able to hold their breath underwater for over 10 minutes at a time, spending a total of almost 8 hours a day submerged underwater. They have extremely low body fat, making them negatively buoyant, allowing them to run effortlessly across the seabed to hunt fish. You, on the other hand, are extremely positively buoyant. As you go deeper underwater, pressure increases significantly, and diving deep too quickly can cause your eardrums to tear. Regular divers prevent this by gently blowing through their ears to equalize pressure, but the Superpowers say, who needs eardrums? They purposely obliterate their eardrums at a young age, so they basically have no ear pressure problems. Only ear hearing problems. When you're underwater for too long, carbon dioxide levels in your blood begin to rise. This triggers the body's panic reflex, causing you to take a fresh breath of water. The Superpowers, however, have a gene mutation that suppresses this reflex, allowing them to stay calm underwater for longer. Other genetic mutations they have include a gene which provides increased constriction of their blood vessels, and one which gives them a spleen that's 50% larger than regular humans. Anyways, let's get out of here, because we got 6 more superhumans to learn about. You know, you might not be some crazy genetic superhuman, but you do use one superpower every day, and that's Opera Browser, who's the sponsor of today's video. Opera One R2 is designed to give you an effortless browsing experience. Do you ever lose that one special tab in the 50 bajillion tabs you have open? Where did it go? Well, with Opera's Tab Traces feature, you can easily find recently opened tabs with the subtle underscore symbol. Oh, there you are. Also, the Tab Islands feature automatically groups tabs based on context, so you can collapse tabs you're not using and focus on what's important. Alright, so how does this work again? Is constantly flipping between windows annoying you? Well, the split screen feature allows you to work on 2 pages at the same time, and all in the same window. The themes feature also makes the browser super customizable, including animated backgrounds, unique UI colors, browser sounds, and more. You can even use Aria, the inbuilt AI, to ask questions, for image recognition, and to even generate images from scratch. And finally, the floating music player makes it super easy to control your music without interrupting your browsing. Upgrade to a better browser today by clicking the link in the description below, and thanks to Opera for sponsoring this video. Now, where were we? Number 6. Superhumans of the Jungle. Welcome to the African rainforest in the Congo Basin, where everything wants to either bite you, sting you, infect you, or eat you. The thick rainforest canopy above blocks most sunlight, making it incredibly easy to get lost. The air is hot and very humid, to the point where your sweat can't even evaporate to cool you down. So instead, you continue to heat up, causing you to sweat some more, heat up, sweat, die of dehydration. But don't worry, the superhumans of the rainforest are here to save the day. Standing at a mighty 4 feet and 11 inches tall, the African pygmies make their small stature their superpower. Being this small allows the pygmies to generate less heat and sweat, reducing the chance of dehydration, while also making it easier to navigate the dense undergrowth. In an environment where food is scarce, a compact body requires less resources to survive. But sometimes the pygmies stumble upon the ultimate jackpot, a beehive filled with delicious honey. But there's a catch. It's 40 meters up a tree. Armed with nothing but an axe and a loop of tree vine, the pygmies fearlessly scale the tree, hacking footholds in as they go. And after battling a bunch of bees, they finally secure the goods.
Food, finally.
On to the next location.
No, wait.
Oh yeah, and like the video, it's for... Number 5, Superhumans of the Ice. We're zooming all the way out to the Arctic, where the warmest days are 10 degrees Celsius and the coldest days are minus 40 degrees Celsius. When your body temperature drops below 35 degrees Celsius, you start to experience hypothermia. First comes the shivering, and your blood vessels constrict to keep vital organs warm. But this causes your extremities to become too cold, making them freeze and die due to frostbite. At this point, your brain has probably started to fail too, causing confusion, memory loss, and maybe even some fun hallucinations. Some people get so delirious that they actually strip naked, which sure helps them keep warm. That's where the Superhumans of the Ice come in, the Inuit people. Their short, stocky build minimizes surface area, helping them retain more heat. They also have more blood rushing through their fingers and toes, reducing the chance of frostbite freezing them off. By consuming fatty meat from seals and fish, they build up an insulating layer of fat. But while most people primarily have white fat, the Inuit people have an abundance of brown fat, which is packed with specialized mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell, turning them into a human furnace. Because of all these adaptations, the Inuit people can maintain a metabolic rate of up to 200% higher than an average person, meaning they're able to maintain a toasty core temperature without even needing to shiver. But don't worry, the next location will definitely warm you up. Number 4, Superhumans of the Desert. Now we're on the opposite side of the temperature spectrum, the scorching hot African desert, and you're giving us a lovely demonstration of hyperthermia in action. First comes the heat exhaustion, heavy sweating, rapid breathing, and your pulse racing. Your blood vessels also dilate, trying desperately to dump heat through your skin. But eventually you progress to heat stroke, where you become so dehydrated that you stop sweating entirely. Your organs start to fail, and your brain starts shutting down, leading to confusion, aggression, seizures, and finally, unconsciousness before you die. But these extreme conditions are no problem for the Superhumans of the desert. The Maasai tribe. They average around 6 feet tall and have longer, skinnier limbs that help with better heat dissipation through more surface area. They also have a crazy diet of raw meat, raw milk, and raw blood from cows, which helps them maintain their extremely low body fat and naturally lower body temperature, and their dark skin provides stronger protection against sunburn. All of these adaptations help them sweat and pee less than normal people to conserve water. And one more superpower is that these guys can jump super high. Looking a bit thirsty there, aren't you? Well, let's get you something to drink. Number 3, Superhumans of Poison. Next, we find ourselves in the Andes Mountains at Uru Uru Lake in Bolivia, which is known for being full of toxic arsenic. Arsenic naturally occurs in volcanic rock, but rain and mining operations release significant amounts of it into the surrounding rivers and lakes. And now, that toxic arsenic is in you. First, your body tries to get rid of the toxins through both exits. Then comes the numbness, abdominal pain, and muscle cramps. With long-term exposure, your skin color changes, and lesions start popping up on your skin. You start developing hard patches in your palms and the soles of your feet, and not to mention the increased risk of cancer, diabetes, and heart problems too. So why isn't she dying yet? Well, that's because over thousands of years, the Uru people have developed a genetic cheat code for poison resistance. The AS3MT gene helps detoxify arsenic, allowing the Uru people to pee it out faster. So it spends less time in their body, meaning less harmful effects on their health. But rising pollution levels, frequent drying up of the lakes, and long-term exposure to arsenic have unfortunately forced many Uru people to abandon their homes in recent times. But I hope you're all hydrated now, because we're off to even higher mountains. Number 2, Superhumans of the Mountains. We're at Mount Everest Base Camp, 5,000 meters above sea level. Well, I guess that makes sense, because at elevations of just 2,500 meters, many people start experiencing altitude sickness. The air up here is thin, and has way less oxygen than your body is used to, which leads to headaches, dizziness, and vomiting. And in extreme cases, fluid can build up in your lungs and brain, causing shortness of breath, severe confusion, and even death. Even being physically fit won't save you up here. Not that that's relevant in your case, but there have been instances where highly trained mountaineers have died from altitude sickness. The real superhumans are the ones that accompany these mountaineers, the Sherpa. They're able to pull in more oxygen than the average person due to their naturally larger lung capacity and faster breathing. A gene mutation also allows them to use this oxygen more efficiently, giving them superior stamina. It's for these reasons that the Sherpas are a necessity for people looking to summit Mount Everest. They lead the climbs, carry heavy loads, and provide first aid, all while your sorry butt is struggling to survive. But we made it though! Wow, look at that view. That's where we're going next. Number 1. Superhumans of Space. Our final destination, the International Space Station. In this zero-gravity environment, there's no load being placed on your body, so it says, hey, I don't really need me anymore, do I? And then it proceeds to turn your muscles to jelly and weaken your bones. Zero gravity changes your blood distribution too, giving you a balloon head and chicken legs. Even with our fancy space station shielding, you're getting bombarded with over 50 times the radiation than on Earth. And because microgravity messes up how your digestive system works, a lot more too. Ugh. Right now, there are no superhumans that have genetically adapted to life in space. But rather than waiting for natural selection to take its course over thousands of years, let's borrow from all the superhumans we've met so far. In you go. First, we'll add a Sherpa in for genes for better oxygen efficiency, and a Summer Bajau in for superior breath-holding abilities. From the Maasai tribe, we'll grab the genes that help conserve water, but not the height genes. Can you sit down? Instead, we'll take the Pygmies' compact and lightweight build, as it requires less resources to sustain and also saves on rocket fuel. We can't forget the mutations from this video, the DLX3 gene for indestructible bones, and the MSTN gene for super strength and muscle preservation. And for radiation resistance, there's research which shows that extra P53 genes help to repair and protect DNA from damage. And lastly, why not throw in some plant DNA too, to allow you to create food via photosynthesis. Back to space. Wakey wakey. How you doing?
I feel powerful, Doggo.
Oh yeah, I didn't fix your flatulence.
I see. Thank you, Doggo.
See ya next time!
Watch this one next.